Hey, you guys, stick with this. I zoom right on them. It's amazing. You'll have a tremendously better understanding of this if you watch this video. When you lose patience or you watch a minute and leave, it's why you'll never know anything. If you stick with it and pay attention, I promise you, you'll have a better understanding of how this works and how we're fooled and how they navigate around us and what they do in these incredible places like this. This is one of the most special, like, historical feeling places I've ever found. But to me, there's nothing quite like the forest.
Where is that tree? Right there. There's like a cross. Right there. It's like an upside down. Look, it's completely upside down. They did that. You know why? Because it makes an instant teepee structure. Ah, sorry, I have gloves on. I see eyes at the bottom of it. See him right there? There's a white dude right there. I think. I can't hold it. Because I'm balanced on a rock. Give me a sec. Here's one of those wallows that looks like it just goes straight uphill, but it doesn't. Rocks are different, rocks are pretty. It's all blinded by this tree. Look at that rock. See, that's how you know, they sit right there. Rocks are unusual. And then you got that one. Bam. What is that?
You guys may have never seen this before, but it's called snow.
I'm almost sure I would have noticed that. It's got to be marking this spot right here. Blatant. How far away is that? That's much further than you think. I have been in that vicinity. I've never been to that rock, though. Or seen it before.
Just to settle some ADD, what I do here is I return a gift they gave to me. I want to see if it was actually a gift, and then I take you into new uncharted area, which is pretty cool.
I know the alert's out for me. Keep in mind, if you're new, you have no idea. I'm using my son's term. You have no idea what I have accomplished here and what I have filmed here and what I have been involved with here. All right. Okay, cool. I ended up right at the face. So there's the giant face is back there.
We'll get there. I have my first one here. I was here when they actually had just got done doing this. It was like 3 years ago. And you could see, like, it was all fresh. Like, it was literally carved. And there's the face right there. I walked right by it. I had no idea. And I get home and I'm like, what are you doing? It's right there. You guys, they made that. It looks something probably like that. They literally carved it. It was all like, it was a different color for like a year and a half. It still is a little bit. Look how clean it is by it. Too clean. Look at the rest of the place. This is disaster right there. It's all beautiful and clean. So I brought this back. I'm at one of their special places right now. I took this from here because I believe they gave it to me. But I don't know, you know. So I'm gonna. It's one of my favorite things that they've given me. It's some kind of like hammer. You can even see where it was tied. And they left it for me. I mean, I literally asked them, please. I was like, you know, it'd be nice if you could give me like a arrowhead. Then I find an arrowhead. I find this. I find everything right there, just sitting there for me. And somewhere back in there. So let's go find that. And I want to see if I can find the exact rock it was left on. I'm going to leave it there, and then when I come back next time, whenever that might be, it could be a year, we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so this is how it all happened. I was right here. I think I showed you this in that video I just remade recently, if you saw that. I just put a few clips from here. I called it digitally remastered, but I was just kidding, kind of. Because it's hard for me to master anything. When I come through here, I notice this incredible walkway that's up against the rocks. There is no question that something walks all the time. Since the beginning of time, right here. I mean, I'm telling you, it is no accident, okay? That you can walk through here. This is definitely it. I remember just putting this video together. Not repeating, but this is important because I need to retrace my steps, and I want to do it with the camera on because they'll hide right here as I walk by, and you'll never know it. No one will know it. I won't know it. No one will know it. Sometimes I know, but other times I don't. Look at that, how that just sits on top of that. The tallest, like, flat rock, right there, has this ridiculous thing on top of it. Not an accident. Up there is impossible. You try to go up there, they will zap you to death. It's one of their entrances. I have some of the best shots up there of them. It was amazing. So where's my triangle face? Give me a sec. I haven't found the big head yet. It's over here somewhere. But this is the spot. Isn't that amazing? This is the exact rock, I know for sure, and that stick is still there even. It was right here. That was right there when I found it. You guys, I'm gonna leave this back, okay? I'm gonna leave them. Leave them a special treat, some food too. Hold on. They appreciate that because I really love this, you guys. I don't want to give that back. It's one of the coolest things they've ever given me, and I think they know that, and I want to show them. Because if it is there when I come back next time, no one's ever gonna find this. No person will ever find this. So if it's still there, I'll take it. But I think that'll be cool. I'm wondering if the Cheez-Its actually ruin it. Cindy, I think you gave this to me, I think. Where's my big... Alright, so I'm going to miss the big rock head. No big deal. It's a major spot of theirs, though. It's right in there somewhere. See, this is all frozen. So they've been walking on this, no problem. When it's not, I get footprints right through here almost every time I come. You can see them. You can see all the disturbances.
This is all a kingdom in there. Inside there is a world unknown to us. I promise you, it's why I have a job doing this. What the hell is in there? Hold on a second. There's the face. I remember it being so much bigger for some reason. It's getting faded. So when you go back and look at that face like this, it's absolutely unbelievable. I think it's ancient, like old. It's, you know, it's like the stalactite, like liquid and stuff is starting to go over. There's no way it's an accident. You see that? You can see the lips perfectly. And when you zoom at it with the right light, it looks like a brand new statue from a distance. Look at that. There's no way it's an accident, not with that hole. That goes in and goes way to the left and just keeps going into that mountain. You go in there, they're going to stop you. There's other entrances here that I found that I can get to. They won't let me get there. We're going to try to zoom on those today as well. I'm not going to go too out of my way to film anything until I get... Oh, let's go to fake fire. Look at this. Been here too. I got timestamps right here. This is why I'm filming. Cassandra, remember? I'll never forget when they moved that rock right there. You can still see the hole. That was there, and then it came out to like there. And I know because of that. And they were sitting like right in there. One was sitting right there. If Cassandra got it, it's legit. She doesn't mess around. Like she needs to know it's real. She's not going to do anything that's not real. And then of course you have this incredible leaner right there. Walk out of here. Look at the size of this. This is my favorite place here. Look at the size of this. It's so much bigger than you think. On top is all marked for the sky. I got it with the drone. See, and it's all walked around. It's hovered around constantly. There's a trail right through. There's a fake fire. Fake fire hasn't changed a bit in like a year or two. No, it's been 2 years since I've been here. I was here last year. I think it was last year with Callie, but it had just snowed. It's the night before we came. It snowed like 8 inches, so we couldn't really do anything. We still came here, but we couldn't do anything. So fake fire, wood that's just way too big to be a fireplace. This is where we have petroglyphs and charcoal right there. There's an Indian. I think a person might have done, I don't know. But no fire. Remember and they were disturbing the ground that year like crazy in there. I couldn't figure it out, and I saw the blinds right there. So that rock is all blinded. This is a major spot of theirs. That rock is probably, they probably become part of it. Oh yeah, then up there I got the pile of sticks. I'm not going to re-show it. There's other videos that show it. There's a big, like a nest of, but it's just sticks that were just piled there. Kind of like that. Fake fire. Giant sticks piled. The most random piles of sticks. It's really starting to get nice out. It's like 33, but the sun's starting to hit here, and it's just gorgeous. Okay, nothing's happened yet. Like, I'm not getting zapped or nothing. My tinnitus is louder. I can tell you that. I'm noticing it more. Anyway. All of a sudden. See behind here, I've been up there, like right on the second tier. You have to go all the way down there and then walk all the way. And you're stuck in there. There's no way out of there. And then we call those the doors right there. See, even on top it has like a round, like hinge. I'll get you a better shot later. That rock is something special. That's all I know. It's something so special. We can't understand most of it. That's what I'm working on.
How do we figure that out? Repetition, them making mistakes, them leaving us signs, them just planting information in our heads. Things like that. I'm gonna put this right here. Man, last time I was here like 2 years ago, it was a warmer day. The sand wasn't frozen, and there was footprints all over the place. Give me a second. X. Sort of. You guys can't fool me. See behind there's a whole entire world right behind that rock. Between that rock and the rock behind it is like 25 something feet, and it's all flat. That's why it's so deceiving. You don't know. There's an entire existence of like wallows and hangouts and all kinds of things back there. Give me a sec. I'm almost getting to where I think I might be able to see the cave. Gotta recognize all this. I've been up in here. I walk up that way. See how clean everything is? You can see the other world. You can just see it. I can. If you can't, you're not unlocked yet. Everything they do is different than us. I don't know why I can't get people to think that it's not what we do. They're not us. This snow just got here the other day. And it snowed here like 2 days ago, and it's mostly melting. This is frozen from melting and then being cold at night. By the end of today, I would guess most of this will be gone. There's the two doors. How could it have a round rock on top of it? Right? And then like a hinge, and then the way that fits over that like that. You gotta think I just can't get over here. It just doesn't end. Where they level these big boulders so there's an underneath. It's level. I mean, you could put the best level we have on that thing. That rock is something. You know, we don't understand. But here, the rocks are everything. It's the only thing I know. Look at the mound, you guys. You can't see it. It's invisible from the whole world until you get back here. I'd like to put a tripod on that for a day. So I don't want to make them get all weird up there. I want to wait till I can get a better view. I decided to stay in the open, the easy part for now, even if it's boring, because I want to see. I need to learn this place completely. I can't just always do the exciting things. Sometimes I've learned in this what, you know, when you think, like you think you got to be at the most exciting spot for something to happen, and usually it won't happen at that spot because it's right where they are. You're more likely to get something away from their main spot. I think it's blatant to me. Another half a mile this way somewhere is one of the most amazing rocks you'll ever see. First noises. You go up on that mountain up there, it's amazing. See how it just looks like it just goes up? It doesn't. It has these jogs and has all these wallows where you can just sit there like really comfortably and just look at the world.
All right, so I think that's going to be one of my major things today. Is I'm going to do some zooming, but I want to get to the right spot. It's early too. Early in the morning. So far from me, it's never been good. The early bird doesn't catch the worm in this subject. Blatant. Oh, have I ever been here? Guys, look at this. Is this the cave I found the maize in? Look how this has been set up. Yeah, this is the cave. I was digging in there. See all these piles? Like, it's all been brought in there. In there, I found corn. He was looking at me from that corner right in there. I found, you guys, let me dig. This is something special in here. There's maize in here from 200 years ago. Maybe older, it got petrified. How are these piles of sticks in here? It's not possible to have this kind of sticks. I don't want to ruin it, but I want to take a look. I like to see history. I did this, I dug underneath the stuff, and I found the corn. When I found that corn, I was like, oh my goodness. I don't want to ruin it. It's just a bunch of sticks. When I say a bunch, I mean like a lot of sticks. Like, they've all been brought in here. They're all dry. I think some of those are there because when I pulled them out last time. Wow, I didn't think I was right here. See how clean everything is? Oh, look at that. Sticks. Like, collected sticks. There's no way to have that many sticks. It's not possible. See if we can see that rock. We're already getting better for some zoomage. This rock has this cut in the top of it. And it has that same reflective stuff as the glowing rocks do. So when the sun hits it right, you can see that from space, I'm willing to bet, on top of it. That's a spot of something. The others, little ones. So you guys have seen the little pictures, the little ones that I filmed here? I think I filmed them over there. Sorry. Look at the rock on top. It's so blatant. If you can't see this the way I do, you're not trying hard enough. I think I just got cell reception, which is really weird. Probably just came in for a second. Even if I could do a live video out here, which I don't know how it'd be possible, I wouldn't want to because I'm so limited for time. You guys, there's something happening there. That's where all those sticks are in there. You can just tell it's all being used. Look how clean it is in between. Like, that's something they've always done. They clean everything, and they might not even leave that area.
these little ones. Like hardly ever. And that's why no one ever sees anything, because you'll never be here and they'll never leave here. That's how simple you are. We are. Big footprints. Really big ones. They're in the snow. That's a spot and a half right there. Blatant. 100%. Another spot. It's a mound. It's what they live in. They build these spots, these magical spots, I call them. They've been built, you know, who knows when. They actually do new stuff too. Like they carve that new face. There's one over here I'm trying to get to. It's almost impossible to find. The only reason I refound the stick place was by accident, and it's because I'm on like the main path, like the easy place to walk in here. Like instead of going there, I'm kind of going through there. But let's go this way instead. I think the Indians didn't come up in these areas much because they knew they were here. I mean, you can see the pictures from before, you know, from the past. Before, like we used to be with these creatures. Like there's pictures of us with them. We have them. We have the pictures of literally of them posing with us back in the, not even that long ago, I think like 1700s, something like that, or yeah, 1800s. Like some of the first pictures, and they're pretty good pictures, and they're all right there. Colin, you got that. I should show those pictures. They're really, really amazing. You don't have to wonder. We're literally posing in a picture with them. Something's happened. Look how clean it is in there. Dude, so far, I got nothing going on here. It's driving me crazy. By now, something. Even if I just overly feel like it, I'm happy. And I don't overly feel like anything right now. That's when I start to get mad at them, because I know that they're watching me. I know they're doing everything they can today not to let me see them or hear them. It's the frustrating part about the rocks. That's why when I come this out of my way, if I could just find like a new head, like a new statue, or I'm pretty happy with that. I know we're going to get timestamps. See all the mounds above? They can't be seen from anywhere else except certain positions here. They're not accidents. I don't see anything today. Nothing. I've seen their markers. I've seen them. I mean, I've seen stuff they put like that. They did that. But I haven't seen anything. Go spend the night up there and then wake up and tell me you don't believe. Here's one of those wallows that looks like it just goes straight uphill, but it doesn't. Rocks are different. Rocks are pretty. It's all blinded by this tree. Look at that rock. See, that's how you know. They sit right there. Rocks are unusual. And then you got that one. Bam. Look at that. Come on, you guys. It's not possible. This is what they do here. You should have no problem. If it doesn't, then you have a rock like that in your wood somewhere. This is where they go. This is how it's done. It's not supposed to make sense to you. Sometimes spots like that you think is for some big guy, and it's not. As we've seen, I've filmed it where we got the leprechaun dude, and he's like holding that staff. Look at that. Blatant. And then he's in the log, and right behind the log is a perch. Like a cleared round area into the dirt. Look, I told you. Look, I knew it. Right there. I knew it. It just sounded like Thor in Endgame. You ever see that? And Captain America can finally use the hammer. He's like, I knew it. And Thanos like steps on his face. Thor is the best. Yeah, so I wonder if they had these three. They were trying to find the right rock. They actually pick it up and they put that there. And you can tell there's a different age there too. Look at that. That's crazy. All in that one spot. And what's your view? Everything. Look behind it. Everything's made. Nothing's an accident. When you have 100 coincidences, you know it's not a coincidence. Just like a conspiracy theory is not a conspiracy theory when there's hard, cold evidence and facts. A conspiracy theory is exactly that. It's a conspiracy. There's no evidence. I've shown more evidence than anyone in the world. It's just that people don't understand because no one's ever done it before. No one can believe that it was me. It has to be someone better. Someone with a better personality would have to do this. You know, it's just this world is so twisted. Look at this. I haven't gone anywhere. This is the same, right at the same perch. It's right over there. It's all like connected to the same thing. It's not funny. Whenever I almost fall, I feel like they laugh at me. Because this is crazy. At least from right here, I got to get on top. Look how clean it is, right? Like I show you, anywhere they're not, it's not clean. You get to here, it's all clean and perfect. Okay, sticks broken, blinds in front, as always. Okay, you can be here and not be seen by anything. Watch this. If it's as cool as I think it is, I don't know, I gotta get up here. Yes, it is as cool. It's impossible. Look at this, you guys. Look at all the rocks on top. It's not possible. These rocks are just put on top of this rock. Look, they didn't fall down. They didn't come down with rain. There's whatever excuse you think you can come up with. Look how clean. It's not how they're there. These were all put here. Is it exciting? Not really, but it's them which makes it exciting. I think I see something. Another one. Like all the rocks here, for some reason, you can go underneath them. It doesn't make sense. Like at some point, a boulder would have ended up there that's just on the ground, not propped up. In every single one, there's a rock underneath it, and it's off the ground. Every single one is not touching the ground, just like the structures don't touch the ground. Again, look how clean. I won't show you this. I'm going to be in a bunch of these spots today. I won't keep showing you these spots. I think one was good enough, unless it's just mind-blowing. Let's just finish, because this is all the same place. See how clean, again. It's all clean underneath, and there's scrapes under there. Hold on a second. Very interesting flat rock there.
Look how clean it is under here. I mean, you could literally be in here. Like I'm in here. I'm seeing these chalk marks all over the place. Like something's scraping that. See that? Something was scraping at the walls. Big old piece of quartz underneath that one. Whew, I just got the biggest head rush. For some reason. That looks interesting. There's a lot of history here. What other spots? See how it's all flat on a hill that looks like it goes straight up? Hidden insides. Oh, that looks really good, like up in there. Look how unique the rock is. So not only is it just positioned completely bizarre, where other rocks have been just put on top of boulders, and it has that behind it. Of course, it's going to be unique, something they think is cool, not just a regular rock. You're not going to pick a boring boulder for some reason. Oh my goodness. Look at that. You guys see? Look. 1, 2. I'm going right through. Look at all the stacked rocks. You guys, this is a walk away. Honey, I'm home. There's no, I mean, why would you be able to walk up here? Look how everything's off the ground. Everything's fit together. That moves, that moves. That's blatant. Am I going to show you them today? I don't know yet. Days where I feel like it's not happening, something will happen at some point, but that hasn't happened yet, so I don't know. Can I follow this up is the question. There's no question that those two rocks are pillars of some sort. There's a walkway right through there. And these have all been laid. Those are all separate rocks. There's no, they didn't come from here. They came from up there at some point. Remember, it's not another dimension. Maybe it is laid over ours, but they're clearly using our dimension to make everything. Okay, do you see that? It's too big to have landed like that. It's just not possible. That rock is like 50 tons. See how you can walk through? It's not an accident. Look, see how unique everything is? Look how clean it is. Something's even been in there.
stuck because of those rocks. I guess I could probably get through there. There we go. Look at that, how that's all in there. When you walk out of it, see that? You can't see. You go in there and you're inside this world of built boulders. None of it's an accident. Look at the piece of wood going into the hole. It goes inside. If that doesn't tell me that they're in there, I don't know what does. It's all made on top. They literally built a roof on top of it. And then all these sticks were dragged into a pile right there. They didn't grow there, those trees. They were put there. Just like everything you see is a pile that was made. Pretty unfreaking believable. Look what you see. It's almost a face, basically. Right before you walk into their entrance, it's kind of hidden. There also has a rock on top, by the way. How did that rock get there? Think about it. Some kind of marker face there too. This pile that was put there. Another rock on top. And then what can you see? Nothing. Whenever you find their wallows, their seats, their spots here, there's no way to see out. Or you can see out, but you can't see in. You know what I mean? Like if you were looking, this is all blinded. You couldn't see me standing there. Even if you were zooming, your camera would zoom on those bushes first, not me. This is all new. I've never found this before. I want something better than this, but I'll take it for now until something happens. Something's gotta happen. It doesn't gotta, but you would think, since they know I'm only here like once a year, something's been walking all through here. It's not mountain lions. It's not what you think. Like, how do you suppose that thing got tweaked backwards into the boulders? These things are like rubber trees. They don't break. That thing's like 100 years old right there. And it's dead, and it still hasn't lost a branch. You see these piles of rocks? They're all in there. Look at that. There's a cave right there. What noise is coming from here? Hold on. Inside the rocks. I swear the boulders were just talking to me. Actually, not to me, but just I heard like chatter of some sort. So you don't know what to do here. If I go up 50 feet and then I walk left, I'm going to miss everything below me 50 feet. Not below me, below me. It just came out wrong. Below me. Oh my God, that still doesn't sound right. Because I wouldn't say that in real life anyway, but it just came out. It's happened once before. Below. Over there. I don't know, I think I'm getting zapped. I definitely am feeling weirder. There's a cave right there. I ain't going over there. Crazy. There it is. I knew it. I knew it. There's no way that stick is leaning on that boulder right here. This is a spot of the century. Look how soft everything is. Look at that. Ooh, there's all kinds of like stuff coming out of there. Remember, you don't get mulch here. It's like you'd have to be right under the tree. Blatant. The view of the century. Look at that. This is on top of that. All of that stuff.
They probably sit right below this. Oh, there's Colorado Bigfoot. Everyone hide. He thinks he's so good at this. Let's not give him anything today so he looks like an idiot in front of Patreon. Let me see. What is white over there on that mound? I'm almost at a place where I can zoom on these mounds. It's a stick. Oh yeah, look at that. That's it. Remember that marker? I found the marker last time. Look at that. That's so blatant. The marker, the flipped up marker. Look how nothing else is flipped up. That used to be down. There's been only the only weather's on top. See the top of it? It would be weathered just like everything else. You know, moss, minerals, rain, things like that over long periods of time. It's going to turn it white. That was flipped up. There's another one flipped up there, which I have not seen. I don't believe. He'll have to tell me. Alright, this isn't my zooming yet. I want to be further. It's just too close. This is amazing. I'm really excited about this spot, you guys. I might just sit here for a little while. This is the type of place where they'll go, You go right in there and you just disappear. Because you need the tech. See, why is there a hole in the rocks right there? It's a little unusual. And there's something in it. It's like, what could be in it? What is that? He just sits right here. Look at that. You're the king, the master of the earth up right here. I'm telling you, you'll see the vortex. If you got enough people out here, and you just went like this all day long, the vortex will appear. This is their major history. That's all dinosaur land out there. Over there is Dinosaur National Monument. Right there. I'm probably a good 10 miles, but it's right there. 8 miles, something like that. It's up and over. It's one of the most beautiful landscaped rock walls you'll ever see. I can't show you that from here. But it's just unbelievable. There's disturbances everywhere. What a spot. I mean, you couldn't approach this dude even as one of them, without him knowing. This is just the ultimate spot. I always feel like they're set up that way. They're not hiding from us. They're hiding from something else. The last thing they're worried about is you. I think it is a concern of theirs, however, because you go screaming to the police, then the National Guard comes out here, and it becomes, who knows, but which they probably wouldn't, because they already know. Look at that, you guys, hidden. Look at that. Okay, now you know for sure. Everything I've shown you, these two rocks will tell you it's legit. Look at that. Oh my God, and right in front of it's a triangle. I didn't even see it. Look at that. That's not an accident. Here's one of their spots, right here. I'm surprised they're letting me be here. Did you hear that? It sounded like a car door closing. It wasn't this. It was like over there. It sounded like someone got out of their car. I swear. I'm not going to say anything else because I want to hear it on the video. Blatant. Look how the one is underneath there. And then that is like that. How could it be? It couldn't be. That rock weighs at least 20, 30 pounds. There's no way wind blew it there. This is one of their spots right here. I got leaners on all the trees. I got them blocking their trail. See? They always have that thing laid out on the trail.
I call it blocking, but it's not. It's like just marking it. Running camera for timestamps. Tricks in the rocks. Really keep an eye on the rocks themselves, you guys. Remember, everything's different, you know? There is Sasquatch here, but they're different. They're like the ancient ones. They don't have open faces. So far, the ones I've seen don't. They look very sophisticated, though, and very smart. But they're different than the ones I visit at Bigfoot Universe, as far as I can tell, like completely different. I walked into my spot. I'm like, oh, I got to go back there. And then I ended up just leaving there. And then I walked a mile, at least 2 miles now, away from where that spot is back towards here. So I could have actually technically parked closer and walked up this way, but I'm happy with it. I want to cover as much ground as I can. Give me a sec. Because I'm starting to like lose my mind back here. They definitely got a hold of me in some way or another. Everything changed immediately for me. Like I'm dumbed down. And then I see this. Again, you have highly unusual cleanliness in front of the bizarre rock that has a hole in it. I mean, you guys, that's a hole, there's another hole. Not just one hole, it's 2 holes. I don't get it. It actually looks a lot like the face that I found that was just made. Like, I believe they scrape these or something. You can see the chalk marks. Like something's being scraped. You can look at any other rock. There's no chalk marks, no lines, none of this crap. Like something's going on here. You see how clean it is? Remember, it's not supposed to make sense. They could do it for something you could never think about. That hole goes in and something goes in there. And it just keeps going. You can see the droppings on the ground. Could be mice. Huh. It's so quiet. All clean. Blind. Oh yeah, I walked. It's amazing how far I've come already. Look, I got time too. I'm not going anywhere. Why is it blurry? That means they're near me. Hold on a second. So, I've been showing you the front. I had no idea that it was this crazy behind as well. Same types of things. It's all gutted with piles of rocks in front. Unique, with those scrapes on them. They start to look unique and beautiful. Giant mound right there. This is where these guys live. Remember, I don't know. I can only go by some of the pictures I got, especially over there. They're all humanoid. In here, they seem to be a combined thing. Like little people with big ones helping. They all help each other in some way. That's why they're always in these teams. All right, so this is interesting. You guys, look at this. There's footprints. They're older, but there's impressions all in front of that. Like he was just standing right here. Look how that tree is bent. It's a trident, and it's on those rocks.
And then from here, there's just a constant exit out. Look how clean it is around those boulders. They clean it. You can see they make piles. See here how it's not clean? Why isn't it clean there? Oh yeah, I'm definitely around them. For the first time all day, I finally got some vibe action going here, I think. Blatant. All of these needles should be there. They clean the needles out. They're all pushed in that way. And something was digging right there. This is all sand, by the way. Pine cones in them and sticks. They gotta be looking at me from up there. They gotta be. Someone just moved to my left. I know, because it's one of the first sounds I've heard all day. Strange. Look how black that is. Is that a shadow or is that them? There's been no fire here. Ever. Not here. I can't believe how far I made it up. I'm in good shape. I know, because I can remember even being near here before. I was in way worse shape. Look at that. It's like I'm filming you planet Mars. Huh, that was interesting, that black thing. I can see it with my eyes. That's how I'm finding it. Looks like it might be a stump or something. Interesting. I'm right in it, you guys. I mean, I'm far from my spot, but that doesn't mean anything. You see how clean it is under that tree right there? Look at that. It's impossible to be that clean. In fact, they took the pine needles and pushed them off just like they do in the Bigfoot worlds. They got great frozen footprints right here. Well, they're good enough. Let's just see if the camera can get them. They go right in there. There's many. That's how I know. So let's see if you can see them. So that's the front. So let me draw it, okay? You can even see the arch right there. It's amazing. So it's right there. I'm gonna draw bigger. Okay, so there's a footprint right there. There's the heel. There's a big arch because he's clearly walking. Then he turns. There's the second one. He's smaller than me. His feet are smaller than me. You see it? It's really hard to film. Oh, that's a good one. It's good enough for me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. Toes. I can't see my screen, so, and then it continues right in here. Right here, he pivots. He does something right here. And that's it. My guess is to the rocks from there. You know that's something special up there. Look at those white markings. I'm not buying it. Footprints. There's no doubt about it. Little guy. So you can see that's my footprint. That's one of them. I just outlined it. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. I can't tell if you can see it. Oh man, I stepped in the good one. So I drew around it. It's such a footprint, you guys. The great part about it is it wasn't one, it was like four. One turned that way, there's another one right in there. It went up there, and I kind of ruined it as I went in. It doesn't matter because I filmed it and I'll never stand there. All right, so sorry guys if this isn't as exciting as
I felt like I went through a lot to be here. And normally it could be the winter time. You know, that it's actually above freezing right now, but not much. It was probably 5 degrees here this morning. I don't know. I've never been here in the heat of summer. I'll bet you it's so hot here. I think I have once. But this is amazing. Explain this to me. Riddle me this. Okay, so something was in the snow there. Looks like something sat in the snow. Okay, something made that imprint in the snow right there. Then look at this. I'm not going to say anything, just look at it. Are you serious? Something sat. It looks like a person sat there in that snow. There's footprints everywhere. You guys don't have to worry about it. Regular people will never see that. So when I find your footprints, you don't have to be more careful next time. It'll only be me. No regular people will ever come here. You just could never be here. There would be no reason to be. Like, what you'd have to go through, the planning you'd have to go through to get here. This is a mind blower to me. It's dead. And it's holding that whole rock up. And then what's on top? You know, so that is one thing by itself. But when you see the rock by itself put in directly in the middle of a boulder like that, in a place like this, oh, look, the whole thing's off the ground. Look at that. That whole rock is off the ground. And then you see that on top. It's just too crazy. The disturbances down here. Right here, something's been. I can't tell. Could have been a deer right here. I think there's deer around here occasionally, but I haven't seen any scat. And remember, hooves can be confusing in this. I haven't really dove into that too much yet, because I don't want to. But some of them have hooves. Okay, look. That's why you'll see prints. Just a deer. You're so sure. It's a deer. You know everything. It's a deer. Oh man, one of these days I'm gonna go to prison, I think. Let's go up here, I'm kidding. Let's go up here. Where am I? Keep it up with the stupidness, and I may end up in prison. No, I really don't care. I just feel bad for those people. I really, really do. You can make fun of me all you want. I know exactly what I'm doing. As much as I could right now. This boulder has like fingerprints in it. No joke. And it's off the ground. Completely leveled and off the ground. Touching that one. I didn't want to keep filming these areas, but it's kind of hard not to. You know, it's right behind that rock. Look at that. Tell me that's not a marker and a half right there. That's all they need to see. Up there. It's something special. You know, they don't want me to go up there. If they want me to go up there, then they can do something. Because I have to literally kill myself to go up there right now. And I will. But they got to do something, you know? Those guys live way up there for a reason. They're not expecting any people. All of this sand has been walked in. It's really tough to get here. It takes about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes just to walk here. Just to get through, of walking through this. You know what I mean? No one's going to do it. This is places where people have just never been before. That thing's made into a structure. It's a structure. I give up. Both boulders that are touching each other be completely lifted off the ground. Next to that one with the rock on it. Look at that. I'm telling you, they're made because they go underneath those rocks. The little ones are under there. They go under there. That's why they do it. There's no other reason why. It's done everywhere here. It's impossible. Like in the laws of probability, it's impossible even for that to happen once from a boulder rolling down there from a million years ago. It's not possible to end up perfectly level like you had your contractor do it for you. That's what it looks like. Another strange rock decorated. And then you got another one behind it that's weird. That's completely off the ground. You guys, tell them. Same spot. I'm turning the clips right back on. And underneath them, everything is clean and strange, otherworld looking. See how clean it is? It's a place where things would gather. Rainwater would bring down sticks, things like that. And it's completely clean. Everywhere here. They do things like this here too. I just can't figure it out. Like, it looks like this was done probably a long time ago, yet it was definitely done. It's hard to tell when someone was done. I'm sure some of these boulders have been like that for a long time. But maybe not a long time as far as they're concerned. That could have just been there for us maybe 20 years or something. We don't know. It's hard to, how do you know? Potentially that could be there, not for too much longer, because I think within a couple hundred years or so, you're going to get washed, you're going to get, something, like, I don't know. They'd have to keep fixing it, I guess. Wait, there's a face right there. I can see it with my own eyes. That's one of their faces. Yes, I found one. There's a stick right in front of it. What's up, buddy? Good boy. He's like a rock. Like you have a pet rock, like a real one. Like, yeah, he really is crazy. He thinks he has a pet rock. It's kind of like, what was that cartoon? It's really funny. He's like he has like a pet that's like an opera singer. He breaks out like his top hat and his cane. He starts singing when no one's looking. And then as soon as like regular people are there, he becomes like a regular bird or whatever animal he was. It's so funny. I forget what cartoon that was. I can't believe how far I've been able to walk here. I've been seeing this the whole time. I think it's just a burnt tree or something. There may have been a fire up there, like lightning fire. Where is that tree? Right there. It was like a cross. Right there. It's like an upside down. Look, it's completely upside down. They did that. You know why? Because it makes an instant teepee structure. Ah, sorry, I have gloves on. I see eyes at the bottom of that. See him right there? There's a white dude right there. I think. I can't hold it. Because I'm balanced on a rock. Give me a sec. Let's see here. What has 3 hooves? Deer have 2, right? They have 3. Some of these guys. 3. I see it all the time. I've decided to keep my commentary down. I've been talking, but not really. Like I'm keeping my excitement at bay. I'm just kind of going monotone today. I just want to see. I want to see what's going on all over here. It's kind of an investigative trip. I had no choice. I really gotta continue on. I'm so addicted to just being over there, where I'm showing you now. I had to fight myself to come over here. It's taken me an hour and a half just to get here. I mean, I've stopped for moments at a time just filming, but What has 3 hooves? I'm following 3 hooves. What do you suppose that's from? Usually when there's one bone, it's from them. Because I believe they get rid of all their... it's part of their thing. They get rid of all their scat and they get rid of all their food. So when they make a kill, typically... Now, this is in the forest. It could be different here. There's only one thing that could have made a kill here, but that's kind of big. That's not these guys, and it's probably coyotes. There's got to be hundreds of coyotes out here somewhere. But it's usually they don't go after bigger game. Like they will. They actually will. They try to kill one of our horses. But they usually end up just nipping at the legs and stuff. And they usually end up getting kicked off. So something left one bone there. Could that have been a bobcat carrying it away from a kill? Yeah, it could be anything. But I am in the middle of their area. And typically when I find one bone like that, I get suspicious. Although it wasn't like on a perch and it wasn't in somewhere special. It looked like a place where a cat would have took, where it would have took it. And it looks old. I would say that bone's been sitting there for at least 3 or 4 years. Probably not much longer. But I think just at a glance, I didn't touch it or anything. I'm in a place I've never been before. Not even close. Give me a sec. Top of that rock, and it looks like a triangle next to it. It's a giant leaner on the other side. Blatant. Can't fool me. You can, but not with your stuff. They don't want to. That's the thing. You're welcome. Learn their language and they'll welcome you right in. It's what they want. It shows that you're not going to be afraid. It shows that you're making progress with them. It shows that you care. You need to learn the things that I have taught you, and you will go further in this, just like the thousands of other people that are. I can't even believe that myself when I say it, but it's true. And no one has failed. As soon as you cross over, as soon as your heart opens up to them, it's it. You're in forever. And right now, we're adjusting to rules. They have these incredible rules and laws, just like we do. And that's going to change. They wouldn't let me do this if it wasn't. There's like a rabbit using that a lot. He's sitting right in there. I haven't seen a rabbit yet. Usually I see at least one. They have some real setups here, these rabbits. They're beautiful animals too. They're not afraid of me, which is weird. Like I can't touch them, but I can go really close. That's what I would, like if I was stuck out here, that's what I'm eating. I mean, I would rather be friends with them, but in a survival situation, you wouldn't be hard at all to catch the rabbits. All right, bye. Something's been right here. In there. It might have been elk or deer. No, because I see elk scat there. Oh yeah, no, it's something recent. Look, something was digging there. Like really recent. And then that's old. That's like 2 years old, that scat. Where is it? Right there. That's like at least 2 years old. A year to 2 years. Then that's been all disturbed right there. And then whatever it was walked here. There's no hoof prints, nothing. Just disturbedness. And a lot of pine cones around. So I feel like it's them. And the scat will throw you off, of course, but I think it's theirs. That has been disturbed like yesterday. That scat is at least a year or two. Remember, it doesn't age. It's very chilly here in the summer, in the winter, so. And at night even. for 7 months of the year. So it's, even at night in the middle of the summer here, it's never hot, to put it that way. You're never going to be sweating in your tent at night in Colorado at 2 o'clock in the morning. Wow, look where I made it. You guys, I'm stuck in here. See right here, it drops straight down. Give me a second. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's something in those rocks making noise. Right in there. Can you hear that? It's like an animal. I don't know what it is though. It sounds like a ferret or something. Wow, I can't believe how far up I am. Where's that incredible rock face? I didn't find the rock faces for you today. I found a couple like new ones, but I didn't show you any of the old ones. I figured, you know what? Why do that? You've already seen them. Look at how blatant. You've already seen them. You know, I have 1,000 pictures of each one of them, basically. Not that many, but a lot of each one of them, and I'd rather try to find something new. So that just goes straight down into this ravine down there. And believe it or not, on the other side over there is really good. I think over there is where this, I've only been able to find it one time. And I walked right past it. And it's a giant boulder that's one of the most amazing looking faces you'll ever see. And then at the bottom, there's a hole. And inside that hole, he was right there. Like he literally lives there in the face. And it's absolutely amazing. I've shown it to you guys. Look where I am. I never knew this existed up here. What's all that green? There's like green stuff down there. I don't know what that is. That animal noise stopped. I can't identify what it was. Some kind of ferret or something. And I always leave the possibility that it's them using a noise that I'd be familiar with. Perch. Oh yeah, it's all cleaned. All the pine needles are pushed off. Look, all the pine cones. It's a seat. Right there, he's in the rocks, touching the rocks, and then look, it's blinded. I told you, every single time I show you a seat here, it'll be blinded. It's connected to that tree, so nothing could ever be seen. So that way he can probably sit there and not do his magic, you know, but also be right back in it and within a split second if he needs to be. They don't take no chances. I think it's because of other things out here. You know, maybe they hide from that vortex when it shows up. Who knows what's coming out of that vortex or going in it? I would assume it has something to do with them, but we don't know that. It's definitely on their side of the world, but, you know, their side of things, but what if it's not, you know, friendly to them? We don't know that. I know they hide from something else. I know there's an internal battle. How do I know that? Because of me. I know. Their spots. Right there. Guys, they're being so careful today. Oh, there we go. They're near. The supreme ones, like the police of these guys, that they do the world, like they know the pictures that I have of them, and somehow it gets back to them. I know it sounds crazy, but it's really not. And then they have to tighten the reins. And then, you know, you would think, like, because you've been there so long and they're so comfortable with you, that it would be easier for you, but that's not always the case at all. They'll help you find things. Like there is an advantage there where I feel like they help guide me and stuff. But as far as like getting them on camera sometimes, which I do every single time, like I've gotten them on camera already today, but you know, to a point where I'm just so happy with it, that's difficult. Which is usually where I see them with my eyes and I'm zooming on them. Like on the way here, that was pretty cool. I could literally see them with my eyes.
Alright, let's make our way down. We'll go check out the Petroglyphs. Let me drive to the Petroglyphs today. I want to show you the aliens. I think these Petroglyphs tell you everything you need to know about this area. Some weird things up in those wallows. You know, nothing's digging here. They're only digging where there's blinds and where the rocks are hovering and everything looks strange. That's where there's things digging, and that's where there's footprints. Not here. You know, where it's boring, there's nothing. Time here. It's just like, I remember being here for 2 or 3 days where I would literally come back, like leave and then come back the next day. And the next day was always better. I don't know why. If that's a coincidence or, like, I don't get it. Like, why the first time you figure they'd be like excited, like, give me one whistle. They know it's okay. You know, like, I'm not gonna, I don't get it today. They've never given me a whistle here that I can remember, but I mean, like, give me something, you know? It's not the forest here, it's different. These are different beings. They're like ancient, I call them the ancient ones. They're guarding something. Look at this. Look at it, it's all made. And it's all disturbed in between. See how clean it is? Look how clean. Carlos says thank you for changing his life. And I think he said his family too. So muchos gracias from Carlos. ¿Cómo está, amigos? I'm just speaking whatever Spanish I can remember. Hola, Carlos. Oh, huge shout out. Oh, look at that square. I love seeing these weird squares. Or circles or whatever. Oh, I got to take this time. Really quick. I guess a couple people heard that I was like stressed out. Like I was stressed out this month with like certain things. And wait a second. We'll do that in a minute. Then all of a sudden yesterday I got like Bruce, my buddy Bruce from Tennessee. So I just want to do a huge shout out to Bruce. Kelly. Gail and Tom really helped me. Bruce came through with like the big time yesterday. It really helped. Just paid for my whole day and some, and I just want to thank him very much. He's the coolest guy from Tennessee, and his name is Bruce Willis, which is kind of cool. He's older than the real Bruce Willis, so not that he's a fake one, but so I decided that the famous Bruce Willis, that's what I meant, is not the real one because my Bruce Willis is older, so he didn't copy. He's the coolest guy from Tennessee. He's got the accent and everything. Tennessee accent. Actually, that's not how it sounds. That's more like a Florida. He's got all kinds of activities, taking pictures of them, film them. Oh, right in his backyard. These guys can move like in between frames. It's amazing what these creatures can do. Remember, they're not you, and they don't act like you, and they can do things that you can't even imagine. Because you've never had the information to allow you to imagine it. What the hell is that? You guys, I can't. That is some kind of tech or something. I can't tell. There's one of their secret mounds. Is that the one that has the faces? I think you have to be up there to see them. You have to look in one of these caverns, and you see a statue face and a being behind it. I'll try to put it up if I can find it easily. Structures. Look at that spot right there. That's the. Which mound is that? Oh, actually, that's behind. Which one is that? No, that's the middle one. Is that one? What's it just zooming on? Oh, zooming on here? You got to go up there. It's the only way. Oh, there's the one. Look, there it is. Carlos. So there's one of them. Okay, I told you I wasn't making this up. That's the one. That one is nothing compared to the like the carved ones. Look right there. It's definitely a face. I think there's an eyeball in it. I'm not kidding. Oh my God, is he looking at me through that thing? Blink. I dare you. They might not have to blink. You know, that's where we lose people. You know, I mean, I'm assuming they do, but that's the problem. I'm assuming. Never assume. I think it was one of the best Benny Hill skits ever because it's so real. Don't assume. Because you're going to be wrong. And you're only going to make an ass out of you. Because I already know for a fact. Look at that. So it's up there somewhere. Then you go around the corner, all of a sudden there's this... You have to look up at it, actually. I think it's like looking up at that one. I can't remember, man. They do stuff to my brain. Up there, it's on video, so you can take my word. You can take my word for it, or you can go watch it. You can just see me become weird. Like I can't. You might think I'm weird already, fine, but you know what I mean. Like as far as just different. Like all of a sudden, I just changed my personality. I'm not an actor. I can't do that. I can't be somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? It's me, but I'm acting weird. And we call that zapping, energy overload. I don't know if that's happened yet. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it has. I just don't want to say no and be wrong. They're like, see? See, that is blatant, is all blatantness guts. Look at that. Look at this, look at the rock. It's like an octagon. And it's standing up. Right in front of the two doors, I call them. Look how it's a different rock that fits in. I think it's a different rock anyway. And then it has the round one on top. The gateway. You know, it could have been shut down. What the hell is that? What the heck? I'm freaking out, man. You know, maybe those doors were closed. I'm being hypothetical. 2,000 years ago. That's, you know, when things changed. Everything had to change. I believe that none of these junipers were here. None of this was here. This was a kingdom. There's a giant face as big as a tractor trailer over there. There's 30 faces in there that are carved. There's one that I found that they did when I first found the place. They had just got done carving it. And I'm seeing stuff on these mounds, like unbelievable, like markers. This is a skill. I mean, at this point. I gotta tell you, you could walk around, looks like there's one like shadow there that looks like a Bigfoot. And there seems to be Trident-like structures there. As a regular experienced structure guy, you could walk around here forever. See, I think one of the advantages I've always had, because I don't have superpowers, like really. I don't have abilities that you don't. But I think what I did have was a drive. Like I was out here after I saw them, because I got to see them, you guys, okay? Well, more than once now, but that's how it started. I would never, even though, like, let's say I hadn't seen them, I think I've told you this before. Like, if I hadn't seen them, I couldn't do this anymore. I would have said, listen, I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff, but I can't do it without the knowing part. Like, I know this is being built today, but I've never seen what does it. 5 years later, I know I'm never, because I swear, by now, if I hadn't seen them the times I had, I would swear that it's just not possible. But then, then you think into all the sightings, millions of them. Remember, you don't look up sightings. You know how many people don't, like no one writes in anymore or calls in or reports a sighting. Like that's the stupidest thing ever. These aren't monkeys. People are like, oh yeah, over there, someone saw, believe me, if you saw him, it wasn't near where he lived. Believe me, you saw him very rarely by accident.
Like, in other words, if someone's seen one, like from a car or something, like just by accident, it's most likely him messing around, or him knowing that he can be seen. You know, because they don't care. They know you're going to go back and no one's going to believe you. They know everything about that, I believe. They know all our abilities, like our abilities to see at night. They know what's going to happen. They know that most of the world doesn't believe. That's why it's such a special thing to make that connection, to be one of us. You know, one of there's probably, I'm gonna guess because there's no one counting exactly, but from my standpoint, I would know better than most people. I'm gonna say there's a good 4 million people now. Because remember, there's a lot of people involved with this that aren't on social media. There's a lot of people that don't watch YouTube. They just have their own experiences. They don't even know that we do. That's not all disturbed. It looks like it was hooves, but I can't tell. And it goes right up there. What goes up there? Like, why can't I see a deer? What is a deer? Why would a deer come in here? You know what I mean? Because like I don't think they eat the junipers. I think they could, but I don't think they do. Yeah, juniper's deer resistant even in like Jersey. Like if you plant like a shrub, they can eat it, but it's like, I think they'd rather eat other things first. I'm running the camera because as soon as I said, oh man, I'm starting to see this place a whole new way right now. I don't think they did anything today. Oh, blatant city. Then all of a sudden I feel like something's going on. I got footprints and disturbances everywhere. Look it. Oh, it goes back in there. That's been there not that long. It goes back up in there. Don't tell me to be careful, because it's not a cat. It's one of them. Believe me, they'll never hurt me. People are like, "Welcome, Mark, you're so brave." I'm like, listen, I'm not brave. I just know that they won't hurt me. I know that I'm supposed to do this. Blatant. The only thing I've learned that I have to be through this is patient. And I'm not a patient person. I guess it depends on what the patience is for, you know? Like, you know, I think none of us are really that patient. Like, you know, it's like, you know what? I'm going to give you $100,000 cash today, to every one of you, but you're not allowed to buy, and you have to buy your dream car with it. And the difference you can, you know, within reason, dream car, and you know, a year of insurance, all right? But you have to wait a year until you can do it. You'd be like, what? Like you want to just take your $100,000 now and go get the car. Oh, that was a bad analogy. Blatant perch. Let's see what else backs it up. Okay, so you have, of course, it's disturbed. Okay, there's no identified like prints, but it's all disturbed recently. All right, I just stepped there. I think it's been fluffed, you guys. It's been fluffed. Look at that. That's what they do when they get up. They go like this. I was told that. Do you know that there's guys that knew that before, like, we figured out, like, all the details, like, when they just thought they were, like, monkeys and stuff? They used to tell me way, way, way back that, Mark, they take branches and go like this when they're done. I'd be like, okay, whatever. Like, they've even seen, I think Rio saw one sweeping, one of the juveniles sweeping with a branch. And that's what they do. I've proved it in the Bigfoot worlds. You can't tell, but look. It's all fluffed. You see that? See, that's been disturbed recently. It's all fluffed. My print is perfect, which means something went like this. And then there's her blind. I told you, every single seed here is like this. You guys, there's hundreds of them. There's hundreds of these seats. And they sit all over the place. All over this mountain. And they're just accommodating me. You know, letting me do my thing. See, you can tell? It never ends. Watch. These aren't accidents. One would be an accident, not 1,000. Okay, see that? And then, well, why is there something white in there? I don't care what it is, but why? And what is it? I do care what it is. What is that? I'm losing my mind. Like, all of a sudden, guys, like, it's like the world opened up here. I'm not kidding. Like, the first part of the morning, nothing. I could even just feel it. I'm like I swear, like, I was just, nothing is happening to me. And then I sit down at that rock. I start talking about it, and then all of a sudden, I think I see them over there before. I'm starting to see, like, bones next to me. I got disturbances everywhere. I haven't picked anywhere strategically. I'm just, like, feel weird all of a sudden. Look how clean again. It's not the water. There's no way water goes in there. You know what I mean? I can tell. I used to fix water for a living. I know exactly what water does. They go in there. These are also all over. And that's why this is where they live. This is why, even if there was no magic involved at all, no one will ever see them. Except that, you know, with cameras and stuff. That's when they get tricked. They see you install the camera. That's what people go out and put a trail cam because they can't see anything. They think that nothing is watching them do it. They're literally watching you put the trail cams up. It's so funny. Is that one of their holes? Their magic holes? What is black right there? Is it a shadow? That's so weird. Is that a hole? Because they have holes into these boulders. Like, there's boulders that you think is a boulder, but they're inside it. That's a spot and 3/4 right there. Where you guys at, Florida? I can't get them to show themselves to me today. Here's my favorite mound. See the two markers? It's so crazy blatant. I can't remember if I saw that second one. See how it's been turned up? I was there. You got to see the entrances when you get up there. You can't see them from here. It's lower. There's like an entrance, and then you can see there was like a being back there. Remember that clear being? It's like made of gel. And he's behind the rock faces up there. There's literally statue faces in there. Up there somewhere. Whatever's white on the ground that's leading away back there is interesting as well. Leaners, sticks. To me, that's a structure. For here. Look at the marker. Regular people would never know it. Yet, where I go, you'll never not see it. I think I'm going to do this video differently. I'm just going to run video. Like, no matter what I've done, I think I'm going to put most of it in. I don't care if it's boring, because that's when I'm going to find they've been here with me. I have to walk right through their spots, and they're like right there. And I think I'm just going to run some of this video. Yeah, I've shown it to you too many times. Rocks can't get there. You know, they would have fell right down there before they got over there. You guys tell them. No one believes me. Why would I waste my time? I could be in Jersey, you know. Not that that doesn't sound right. Like, it's like that's a good thing. I could be in New Jersey. It's like look where I am. Okay, so yeah, you see this from whatever town you're in now, and you're like, oh, Mark, you're so... Yeah, okay, but it's like anything. The grass is always greener. Spend 4 years out here, and all of a sudden, you know, going to, like, TGI Fridays doesn't seem like such a bad idea. You know what I mean? Perch. You guys, this is amazing. I've never found this spot. I'm getting excited, like, for the first time, like, really excited. I don't know why. I think it's because they're out now. I really think I was just being watched the whole time, Only because I don't feel like I was, except I just know that I must have been. And then all of a sudden, on my descent, everything changed. The way I feel. What's going on, what I'm starting to see and find is changing as well. I think they can hide just about anything they want if they didn't want me to see it. I don't know about those rock boulder statues, but blatant. That's where they walk right there. I'm telling you, they mulch it. There's hundreds of those walkways here, and they all have mulch and they're all clean. Like they don't let anything go in there. You know, the other thing I want to talk about real quick, if this is in the video, if I've even managed to listen to myself this long to put this clip in the video, because I've done hours, is how people say that you'll smell them. And I've had these distinct smells before that I can't explain, that I know it was from that side. But I don't think it's hardly, like, I don't think many of them smell. That's what I think. I think that's a myth. I don't think they smell like, I think some might, like, I don't know. It's weird. I've been right next to them and there's no smell. And then I've been in, you know, a place that everything happens to me. Where the trees fall down and everything you can imagine. Mind spoken to, everything. Compass on the ground, I found everything there. Best structures. And I got the smell there too. It was like right there. And I just remember, what I do remember is I remember how, I'm talking about somewhere else. It means I'm zapped. I remember the distinct knowing that this is them. Because it was just a smell that you couldn't describe. It's nothing you've ever smelt before. But that was one rare thing, you know, like, there's all these different guys. There's teams of them, so to apply anything to one of them, so look, it's not only does it keep them in check and stuff, but how smart is it? Because even with someone like me on their trail, right? On the trail to Bigfoot, it's confusion city, because you could get to know one. You could hang out there, he could tell you everything, and you think you know everything. You could meet another species over here next week. He could tell you something. You're hearing two completely different stories, because they're two different beings that might work together, but they're completely different. And one might smell, one might not. You know, it's hard to say. That's all. I'm just saying, open your mind a little bit more even. Blatant. You guys, there's a face here. I'm going to freak out. I'm freaking out. Look at the wood that was brought up inside. Out in front, there's been a rock placed here that has a hole in it. On the rock that's been placed there with the hole in it has a stick leaning on it. That was broken from this live juniper. And on the corner is a Bigfoot face. Oh my God. We got a new one. Yes, there's sticks under the Bigfoot face. When I get the ultimate confirmation like that, I just can't deal. It's so hard to... That's why I don't want to see them all the time. Certainly not even like right there. I just want like over there, yeah. Like I'm happy with that distance. I don't need it. I mean, I'll have it right here, but I don't think with these guys. I'm not sure. You know? I feel... I don't know. I feel like the forest is something special. This is kind of cool too, though. Like if they gave me the option, like, hey, Mark, you got to move out here. You can go live in Bigfoot Universe, or you can live here. I think I would choose here, because that forest is so beautiful. But after a while, you know, like anything, you adjust. Just let me talk. You adjust, and you get sick of it. Here, at least you have this beautiful view. You know, like you can diversify. There's mountains behind you. It's kind of cool terrain. You can find these blinds and comfortable spots. Every one of them is weird. And then behind there's seats. I haven't shown you the half of it because it's taken a long time. It's much longer than it looks, because you have to go through every single step here. Tons of rocks. Something's going on with me, man, because I can't shut up. It's not ADD. I'm not really ADD today. I mean, I always am, but I'm not, like, hyper. There's a cave back there. This, you guys, this is all made. Look at the rocks. There's a cave back there. This is all hidden. Look how they use all the strange rocks. Anytime it's weird, they're there. Just come through here and find. I've never been here before. I think I've been over that way somewhere. See, look. Look how they put the rock. There's not only just one, but there's a wedge as well. Can you see the wedge rock? I can't really see my screen. Oh, sorry, it's right there. Look at that. Just to get that extra special balance out of it. They did that, and they did that. And they just disappear right here. At each one of these spots, they can just go away from people. I don't get it. Footprints. Disturbances, whatever you want to call it. I don't think there's a lot of game. I have seen older, what looked like maybe a small elk scat. Just one. So there's not many, or I would, because that stuff stays around for quite a while. It's one thing I don't see is scat, and when that's another thing we always thought, like, if there is something out here, they would do that. Well, they don't. They do probably, but they don't leave it. And again, you have to think, maybe they don't. Because you don't know. Some of them might not have to go to the bathroom. It might just be a self-contained, self-sufficient, they eat leaves or something. I don't know. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just suggesting that you don't know. We don't know anything. But I think if they do, they hide it. Because I have found it on their perches, so I know they do. I know the Sasquatch in the forest poop. Stick showing me to go in there. Wonder why. Abnormal. You never know what could be what. To you, it's just, or me, it's just that. But to them, it's everything. Come on, man. You guys, you're killing me if you don't see that. I think most people do, but. And there's a walkway to it. I'm coming in the back way, I'm coming down. Oh yeah, look next to it. It's all tied up. And twisted in front. And really clean under the tree. They did that. And then look here. Look at that, look at the rock right there. That is just too blatant. I hope I've been keeping the camera sort of steady. I forgot for a while. You guys, look how bizarre this is. See, when you get to, I call it like another world, like another planet. You know they're involved. Everything's other planet-like. You gotta find it. It's not easy to find these spots. That's why you never find petroglyphs up here. First of all, I think the Indians knew no one would ever find it here, but they drew them where it would, someone in the future would see. But also because back then it was different. They would just stand right here. You know what I mean? They don't have to. Look at that. If that's not a marking, like I find in the trees, I don't know what is. Perch. They sit right here. Another spot. They go in there and they disappear. Look at the rocks how they're set up on those things up there.
think I showed them coming in. There's one there and there's one there. It's just impossible. So hopefully this video will help you understand how to look at rocks a little better when it comes to them. Not to mention, just it's like incredible. Yeah, that thing's on there with mud. I think I'll say at the beginning of this video, like, I'm just gonna put it all in there. Because I know there's some people that will watch all of it. And those are the people that know the most about this subject. They're people that are intuitive. They see beyond what I'm saying. They see. I learn more from this than almost being here sometimes. Blatant. It's a triangle. Yes, a structure. It's a trident. This one leaning is a trident basically at the top. And it's leaning into a triangle. And then you go up. What happens when you go up? You have your open walkway and your open doorway, right? That was placed there. At the doorway, you have your, where is it? Your strange glued on rock. Right there. And then what I showed you before I came down, and there's a mound piled up right there. And that's where they're probably in there right now. You just keep moving on. What am I going to do? I'm seeing some more of that white stuff. I'm telling you, they're markers. They light up like crazy in the sun. Something's going on there. It's not a timestamp that's looking out. I saw that earlier. It's a rock. Oh man, they're so aware of me. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Look at this place. All right, give me a second. This is all right before you get to some of these, like a whole bunch of mounds up to the mounds where they're made. Because look at the X in front of the mound. It's very unusual to get a perfect X. I missed it. It's right there. Right? And then right there is where they go in. I mean, or whatever they do. I can't, they lose me there. That's where I'm lost. Blatant. That was put there. See how unique it is? It's like a step. They landscape just like, but you don't notice because they don't do it the way you do it. That rock is something. Because you know how you know? Look at the rocks. First of all, look at the stick there. Right? Then you got sticks that are literally dragged underneath it. Like something pulled those sticks inside there. Right? Then you got a rock right in front of it. And I think there's two rocks on the outside, right there. It's amazing how strategic. You can't see. See how it just looks like there's nothing there, so people think. They think they can see everything. And in all of these places is literally 1,000 hiding spots and flattened out, places that go back real far. It's so deceiving. You would swear it's not possible until you're actually there looking at it all. You guys, that is crazy. I've shown you some cool rocks today. Just by accident. Because I'm just walking through. I have to cover more ground instead of just hovering at the same spot. I'm glad I did it because then I don't have to wonder as much either. And I'm really learning. You guys look, there's other rocks there too. Those sticks have been pulled in there. That's pretty nuts. Like they're in there, you guys. One's just sitting in there, like right there. They probably came from these. These are all dead. But they didn't line up like that. In fact, I'm noticing, except for the one that's turning and touching the other one, they're spaced pretty freaking equally. There's another little rock there too. Interesting. And then you got just a trident basically laying on the I see this kind of thing all the time in the woods, and, you know, it's just so bizarre. Like, I think to myself, like, why would he just take the stick and put it there? Like, what is the... And it's something they all do it, like, occasionally. Like, I don't get it. Why they all have to do that at some point. And it's always like a trident or some kind of... So, you know, is there a reason behind it? You know, it's not... He wasn't just putting it there like, hey, Mom, look! I put the trident... It's like there's some other kind of a... God, I think it looks like a tiger or something, doesn't it? They made that. It's a Loch Ness Monster, of course. I'll make you famous.